There we go. All right. Now it's working. Yeah, go ahead. Give me some of those first impressions again.
First impression, we got a good team. I know we have a lot of people coming back. They know what they're doing. We have some people that's fitting into spots that got, took last year or got replaced last year. So we got to get them up to speed, get them ready to go.
Yeah, what are some of the things that you guys work on here in these first few practices?
Mostly just like technique. We went through our plays a lot, went through our blitzes, went through everything that we have to install for the preseason.
If you had to pick out a strength right now, what do you think that would be?
Like for our defense?
Anything.
I'll say our run stop. We're not. It's that little box, me, LJ, and Zach, ain't no running on us.
Okay. Yeah. Do you guys, I know last year was last year, different personnel, things like that, but is there anything you guys can take away from last year that maybe you can use this year?
I don't really know about anything we can take away. I just know that everybody, not really everybody, but we have somebody that's going to fill in positions that we lost from last year, and everybody that was still here is going to do their job better than they did last year, so we should be good.
If you guys had to set a goal, I'm sure it's probably a little the same every year, but what's the goal?
Our goal is to win state, just like it is every year. It's an expectation for us. We work hard every day. We're the best in the city and going to state. Simple as that.
I see this saying on some of the shirts, arete. What is that?
Work hard every day. Work as hard as you can in everything you do. Love your teammates. It's everything.
Anything else you want to add?
August 17th, come to our first game against Northside.
Early impressions of this team, what would you say?
I would say we're off to a good start. We're not where we want to be, walkthroughs, first practice, it's exciting. Emotions are running because the season is finally here. But we're off to a good start. We got a lot of young guys that's ready to work, and our older guys are ready to teach them, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, you guys go through a lot of stuff over the summer, and it all kinds of builds up to this first time to step on the field. So even though you don't have the pads on, describe that feeling of stepping back on the football field for the first time this season.
It's like it's unreal. You step on the field and you just think about every game, every encounter that you have with your past teammates, and it's just an overwhelming feeling that you get.
What would you say are some of the strengths of this football team?
I feel like our interest to learn is one of our strengths. We have a group of guys that's always that's eager to learn, that's always ready to get the next move, and we want to know this, we want to learn this, and we're just ready to learn.
So what are some of the things you're working on here early?
Right now we're working on our plays and our techniques and our tendencies. What are we going to do when this happens, and what are we going to do when that happens, and that's what we're working on right now.
Do you feel like there's anything that you could take away from last year and maybe apply it to this year?
Most definitely. I feel like our work ethic, the senior class last year, that they gave us an amazing work ethic, and we worked hard every day last year, and we came up short. But this year we're planning on working hard every day and hopefully get a different outcome.
Yeah. So what is the ultimate goal?
Ultimate goal is to win state. Play our best game and compete for a state championship.
All right. Anything else you want to add?
Go Panthers.
All right, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's just pure excitement. We've been working all summer, and it's good to just focus on football right now. It's good to finally get out here, rep what we've been doing all summer, and it's just excitement.
I know it's early, but give me some of your first impressions of this football team.
We're ready to work. We're ready to win, and we're not going to stop until we do. That's been our mentality all summer, and we're just going to keep on riding with it.
What are some of the things that you work on here early in camp?
Technique, fundamentals, start with the small things and then work up. Definitely high intensity stuff, drills and stuff, but mostly fundamentals and technique.
If you had to think of a strength right now that this team has already, what would it be?
Defense. Our defense are just a pile of dogs, and it's fun practicing against them. It's iron sharpens iron. It helps us, it helps them. So definitely defense right now.
If you had to pick a goal for this team, what would you say that would be?
To win SAC title, to win state championship. That's always the goal every year, and I don't think that's going to change.
Is there anything that you can take away from last year and apply it to this year?
Just don't give up. Last year we had some games where we gave up in the fourth quarter due to scores and all that, but you just got to finish every rep, every game.
I see this saying on some of the shirts, arete. What is that?
That's strive for greatness. Do everything you do to the best of your ability.
Well, it's a close group. It's a big group. We got a big senior class, 31 guys, and so they're eager to get started. And anytime that you work with them all summer, and a lot of that's running and conditioning and lifting, but you sense that their eagerness to get into the actual football part of things. That's always a good sign.
I'm sure it changes for the guys in talking with them, but for yourself, what's the feeling like when you step on the football field for that first practice?
It's exciting. Every group that comes through the program, every different team has a different character, has a different identity, is a different challenge for us as coaches, to do different things and to develop different areas. And so, it's brand new almost every season. And that's one of the things I enjoy about coaching high school football and the challenges that each different class presents.
Does it help having that kind of older team that maybe they help coach as much as you guys do?
Well, that's the hope, that a senior class has been through this 3 times. They know the ins and outs of it. They know what to expect. They know the work that it takes to be successful. And, really, ultimately, their job leading the team is what will be most effective. If the coaches are always directing everything, it's less effective. So the more that senior class is instrumental in leading the group, below them, the more efficient and the more productive we'll be.
What do you guys focus on here early in camp?
Learning, and really the summer has been all about teaching and learning. And then we're ahead of where we normally are at, and then we can begin the evaluation part. Who's going to play what? Who's going to be the depth chart, at these spots? We'll get to more assessing who's going to be the guys playing, and then implementing, game plans against who we're going to play against.
Can you pick an identity of what this team will be yet?
Not yet. I think that's still forming. We have an overlying theme that we want to, use every year. Offensively, we want to run the ball, but we want to be balanced throwing the ball. We think we have some weapons, that our offensive scheme will utilize. Defensively, we have a lot of experience on the defensive line back and at linebacker, so we should be maybe a little better against the run off the bat. And the secondaries, some new faces. That evolves as to what kind of offenses we're playing against. We have a new kicker and punter, but he'll be a senior, so a guy that's been through it. So we expect to be, where we need to be in the special teams as well.
Anything from last year you can use this year or want to make sure the guys don't forget about last year?
Well, anytime you come short of the goal of winning a state championship, that sits in the back of their mind as something that, we weren't able to accomplish. So getting to the semi-state, they were right there close. But I think that burns their, motivation to do better this year, to work harder in August, because what you do on a practice in August has implications of what you're going to do when you play in that kind of game setting in November.
So safe to say that's always the goal?
That's always the goal, We are blessed at Snider High School to have a tremendous amount of talented kids that love football, a great coaching staff, and we believe that we can compete for an SAC and a state championship every year.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Nope. Hope everybody's enjoying the first day. It's a great day for football.